Hi everyone, or should I say strangers. I know that it has been a while since I uploaded a video and that my uploads have been kind of inconsistent and patchy lately. And I just want to say I haven't forgotten about you guys. It's not that I'm taking a break or that I don't have ideas of what to film. It's literally been the weather. It feels like since I got better from my cold, it's been a constant cycle of rain or snow or just gloomy weather even when it's not actually raining or snowing. Case in point, like, it's really dark outside right now. So because lighting in my house is really bad, I rely heavily on natural light, which means that in this weather I just can't film a lot of different types of videos aside from the sit down and chat kind of videos or really basic ones. It just wouldn't be practical for me to film a collection video or anything complex because you guys just wouldn't have good quality, and I really want to have decent quality for you. Hopefully it'll get nicer out because honestly it's affecting my mood. I've been kind of bummed out lately because there's just been no snow, no sun, and all of the rain and gloom. It's just really no fun. It's been kind of warm out though. So today I'm going to continue my doll storage and organization series. This segment on how I store and organize paper goods doesn't require a lot of great light, so I thought I would do that today. I am in the process of still reorganizing dolls and playsets and vehicles, but eventually when Colleen and I are done that, we will have videos on those topics as well, so stay tuned if you want to know. I get a lot of questions about how I store my dolls, etc., so you will be seeing that in the future. But today I'm going to show you how I store all of my paper goods. So by paper goods, I'm referring to the punch-out accessories you get with dolls from like the 90s and 80s, the pamphlets, instructions, posters, all of that good stuff that you get with dolls. So I'm a really big fan of the binder and plastic insert method. So I found this binder and this binder just laying around the house. I think they belonged to my sister when she was in college or high school. And you can see I have like different labels. So these are just pieces of paper that I taped down to the front with my label because these two binders don't have the inserts. So this one's for my Dolly instructions. So these are instruction pamphlets. So all the different instruction pamphlets that come with dolls. So I don't keep every single sheet of instructions or directions that I get with dolls. I only keep the useful ones because there's no point in hoarding pointless pieces of paper just because they come with dolls. These are useful things, so playset instructions, doll instructions that show contents, and also anything that's kind of complicated about a doll, like maybe they have a special feature, things along those lines. I have all different kinds, and then I subdivided them with these little labels, and these are just stickers basically that have a part where you can write on them so you can move them around. So the reason why I like to use plastic inserts with anything paper is because it protects the sheets from staining and just from like the oils in your hands when you constantly turn pages. It keeps them from getting ripped. I've just used like hole punches and stuff in the past for other paper doll stuff and it always falls apart. So these give the pages nice weight, and you can see I open the pamphlets up and I keep them so I can read the front and the back. That's how I do the instructions. Also, I thought I'd note that something really handy I found out when I was trying to identify a bunch of my Barbie playsets is that on the Mattel website you can actually download and print different instruction manuals for playsets and I think even certain dolls. I will leave the link to that down below in the description in case you're interested, but that was really helpful for me because I get a lot of playsets secondhand, like my cruise ship from the 2000s and like different kitchens and stuff, and a lot of those instructions are on the Mattel website. And it also helped me in terms of when I was putting photos together for my Flickr, I wanted to make sure they were as accurate as possible. Not every single playset or every single doll is on there, but it does go back to the early 2000s and I think even the late 90s, which is really great. And then I have my other binder here. which this is for posters, pamphlets, certificates, etc. And you can see this is really thick, and that's because of the posters. So in the front here I have some like Barbie greeting cards kind of just randomly shoved in here. These were gifts from someone, and I used to like to put them out like to decorate. I haven't done that in a while. And then I have all of my different posters. So I have them folded up so they fit nicely. I have so many different like Bratz posters that I've gotten over the years. A lot of these are my childhood ones, and I used to just keep them flat in a drawer, but I don't know, these are really special to me, so I wanted to keep them in the best shape possible, especially since a lot of these I used to keep on my closet door when I lived in the basement in my old bedroom, so they already kind of have some wear. So I keep all of the posters. I have a lot of duplicated ones together. It's just a good way if you're not actively using posters to keep them nice. I also have some of the really cool like certificates of authenticity that came with dolls. I don't really know what purpose these serve, but they're pretty, especially the Disney ones, so I keep them in there. I have a section for that. And then most of these are posters, as I said, but then I have like a section for my American Girl stuff. So you can see I have like Kirsten and Addie's hospital certificates. I used to keep Addie's in my little wardrobe, but I decided for safer keeping I'd put it in this. And then I have all of the old school pamphlets that used to come with the American Girl stuff. And I have them organized by character in like the order the books went, because I'm really anal like that. But it's really nice because I can admire them and know that they're safe. My sister and I have a lot of these, and what I do for duplicated stuff is I just stack it together. And I also have, I've shown this in one of my collection videos, but I have a lot of Mary-Kate and Ashley stuff because I was a big Mary-Kate and Ashley fan. And I have their posters as well as like old magazine clippings that I used to hoard because I liked looking at their pictures. So I have all different ones that I like saved from over the years. I'll be honest, sometimes if I am at an appointment and I see like a magazine clipping, I'll subtly rip it out of the magazine and add it to my collection. So I thought that that was just a really good way of keeping them, because I used to keep the whole magazine, but I didn't really care about the whole magazine, and the magazine's ripped after so much time. So it's a good way to keep different like magazine clippings or pictures you cut out and stuff. So that's where I keep those. I also, you guys have seen this before, this is my doll inventory binder. I have a whole video on how I inventory and identify my dolls. I'll link it right in the description box. It's just an old binder I've had since like 7th grade. And this is where I keep all my doll inventories. You can see that I just print out lists on Google Drive that are arranged in charts. It's more or less the same as what I showed in that video I made a few months ago. I've tweaked a few little things, but I have a lot of different like charts and stuff. And I also keep in here in these little like pocket things, I keep different cards that Colleen and I use when we're retaking photos for Flickr. Because why make new ones? It just keeps us organized. I have like a little list of my Little Ponies and my grandmother's old porcelain dolls that we identified. And then this is a master list for, I'll show you here, this little printout of stuff. So basically, what I've been working on lately, since it's been really dark out, I want to be productive with my spare time, and something that I'm always trying to better is my Flickr. I know a lot of people don't really look at it, and it's not really like a very popular website with a lot of traffic, but it's my pride and joy. It's my baby. I love my Flickr even more than I love this YouTube channel, because I just love having my own guide. Like, to me, it's having a book. So I always want to make it the best that it can be, and I've been able to put a lot more time into that because it's not been great for filming. So I made this chart because I'm really anal, and it has all of my albums on Flickr, and it's pages long. I have a lot of albums. I think I have like 78 albums on there right now. So I have a whole list of like the main points that I want to check. Like I said, they're all listed, and I have little X's. So that's what Colleen and I have been doing. And then also, I think it's a good idea if you're a list maker like me and you have a lot of projects, maybe you have to-do lists for your dolls of things you want to like clean or reorganize. I have a whole notebook which is dying. This is from high school actually, something that I never got around to using. I like labeled it, and then In this pocket here I have different things. So there's pictures of my American Girl dolls that I printed for a collage. And then I have a list of how I'm reorganizing my dolls. So I actually like planned out how many dolls are going to go in what containers and the size. I'm very, very anal. And then I have a formal list of all the little stuff on Flickr I'm checking. So all the accuracy type stuff. And then in here, I just have pages and pages. Like this is my Flickr to-do list. And then this is like all the pages of photos are retaken. I try to keep it neat because things can get messy. And then I also have, if you watched my last transformation video, I always write down their body makes and their country makes and stuff. So when I upload their pictures to Flickr, I have all the information there and I don't need to dig the dolls out of storage. And those dolls are actually on my Flickr now if you want to see them. If you make doll guides like I do, so if you make your own little books on dolls, which is really handy, I think it's the best way to get knowledgeable on a topic. This is my Bratz book. This is only part 1. All the full-size Bratz dolls that were made. So I just have like these pamphlets here with pictures I borrowed off the internet. And it's organized by character. It's the same way that I organized my pamphlets and instructions. So if you're making doll guides, I really recommend the binder and paper system, plastic protector system. So then for all of the little tiny paper accessories, so the things you get in like the punch out cards that you would play with your dolls, I love keeping those. My mom used to throw those out on me and my sister, and we hated that. And I used to lose them all the time if I did keep them. So a long time ago I would keep all my paper accessories in with the plastic ones. But the problem is if you do that, A, they're very thin so they slide under things and they get lost easy. And B, they get beaten up. They start to like come apart. I do what I do with my doll clothes, I baggie them. So this is my bag for 1990s Barbie. Each doll, depending on how much paper stuff she has and the size of paper stuff she has, will have a labeled baggie. So this is Dentist Barbie's baggie. And then jewelry bags are really great. So I have one for Pet Dr. Barbie. And then I also keep like my little books that come with my American Stories dolls in here. So I have baggies organized by decade. I have another baggie for Mary Kate and Ashley. We have one for Skipper, one for playset. In this plastic drawer, if you have seen my video on how I store doll accessories, then you'll have seen this drawer, and I mentioned I would make a separate video about paper stuff. So it's pretty full, and then within that, I keep all of my Monster High journals in this American Girl Premiere case. This is from an old computer game from way back in the day. Obviously it doesn't work on any newer device, so I got rid of the computer games and I just kept the tin. And I have a whole bag just for my Monster High journals. I also keep like my special bookmark for Josephina, calling this one for Molly, our American Girl trading cards. These are tags for American Girls, so you know the care cards you get on your dolls. Since I was little, I would save these tags. I don't know, it was just like a little memorabilia thing, and what I've started doing is I write the doll's name and the date I got them on the tag. I have my Bratz trading cards, so all kinds of stuff like that. I would show you, but it's really dark. But downstairs in my parents' old room, we have some dresser drawers from their old dressers, and that's where we keep our American Girl catalogs. I also keep my Barbie pamphlets, so like the advertisements, in a Ziploc bag in those drawers too. I don't keep all of my duplicated catalogs, obviously. I use the duplicates for crafting. I keep those up here in my craft room. All in all, I'd say it's a pretty organized system. It might not be for everyone. I have a really big volume of paper goods for my dolls because I have a really big collection. And I wouldn't say that I hold on to every single little thing that comes with a doll. Just for the sake of it, I try to keep like what's special to me or what's important. There are a lot of different ways that you can store your paper stuff. These are just some ideas. I'm really over organized in case you haven't noticed, but maybe this video can give you some general ideas on what you can do. I really recommend like binders and paper inserts, the plastic inserts for stuff. Whatever you're using, even if it's not for doll stuff, because they keep things so much nicer, especially if you spend a lot of time like printing pictures of dolls, and it keeps them really nice, and that way you don't have to reprint the pages just because they get torn or stained. And stay tuned for more videos. I can't promise how many I'm gonna have up. It really just depends on the weather, but I'll see you guys soon hopefully, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.